I mean, I'm a believer in avoiding extremes, even though I am extreme. Like I'm all or nothing.
It's a pretty extreme thing to say.
Yeah. But I really do think like in our place of health, like
Yeah.
we are finding a balance, hopefully between like
Yeah.
work-life balance, like work play, diet, exercise, all the various things. And I look at it and I go, well, I'm not saying we need to cut out 100% of everything, but I mean, listening to your story and watching it and seeing how much it helped you,
Yeah.
like you couldn't move your doggone hands.
Yeah, I couldn't like bend my fingers. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, they were scary looking. They were like
You're
a
like,
claw.
what? Yeah.
And now, I mean, they look relatively normal
Yeah, they're not all swollen.
and they
can
move.
move 'em,
Yeah. I think, I don't know, that to me was one of the things in this political season that I was like, oh, that's funny how that popped up. That just kind of, was it RFK?
Yeah.
Focusing on make America healthy again.
Oh yeah, he really wants to make people healthy. he's got to like win some people over because a lot of people think he's nuts. But I think if you listen to him and his story, and you give him the chance to speak long form, you start to like hear some of the reasons why he thinks the way he thinks. And,
Yeah.
I think if he's gonna keep focusing on some of the more controversial stuff, he's gonna have a hard time winning people over. But
For sure.
the dude's like 69, and he's like,
I
looks
thought,
like
yeah, 70 years old or
Yeah.
something like that, and he's jacked.
I mean that's not normal, and maybe it's because he's healthy.
And maybe it's because he's on steroids.
I don't know. Yeah.
Actually, I saw something the other
idea.
day that was saying, no, it's just TRT, which I don't know what that is, but I guess it's not steroids.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting time. Like if diving into like a little bit of politics. Like I just was talking to a buddy at work about like it's so crazy to me that half of the country, or more than half of the country, is stoked, and a little less than half of the country is like destroyed. And this feels like this happens every political season.
Yep.
Like I think 4 years ago, like if I'm correct, like you were pretty like bummed because of some of the outcomes, but you were ready for it, and you're like, okay, let's adapt and overcome and all that stuff. And this time around, like you're a little bit more excited and feeling like there's
Dude,
hope.
to me, I've learned it doesn't matter so much. Like,
And not to out you on your podcast, I don't know if people care, but
oh man,
Luke,
I'm out
Luke
now.
loves Trump. Okay, he's a Trump. They have like never Trumpers, and they have like
Always.
forever Trumpers.
Forever Trumpers. Yeah, I guess I fall into the forever Trumper guy.
So sad because you just don't like the guy either. But
I don't
you're
really
okay
like
with
the guy.
You're okay with some of the people he puts around him and some of the policies, and
I just feel like
and the system's so jacked up and dysfunctional that
I feel
you
like
need
it's all
somebody
broken.
to get in there and stir it up.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know enough about politics, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I think the whole system's broken, and it gets frustrating to see how like we get whiplash.
Yeah.
The pendulum swings, and definitely we need more unity as a country. And like I would like to see people that bring more of that.
Yeah. So it makes sense that Trump would be your guy.
No, yeah, totally, because he's Mr. Unity. No, that's what I'm saying. I would
So
like to
good.
see some people that would bring more of that focus. I like some of the idea of like, let's take care of our house first.
Yeah, sure.
That's how I view it, and if when your house is in order, then you can go and help other people. But yeah, I think that COVID was one of those seasons. That it was like
COVID
so
exposed a lot of,
politically
like,
charged.
People were like so upset with, like so many things flopped. It was like upside down. I mean, I was pretty hardcore on the left, and then all of a sudden I'm swinging over to the right because I don't trust the left. And,
Yeah.
Suddenly 2024 comes around, and everybody that did that like forgot about what happened. They're just like, I trust again. It's like, wait, what? Hold on. It was very confusing for me still. Like, and that's why I tried early on to be like, okay, I'm going to try to be as balanced as I can. I'm not going to try to get too hyped up. I'm going to try to listen, challenge when it's appropriate, but also if I notice that the challenge is not helpful or productive, I'm going to back off, and I'm just not going to push.
Yeah, I found like most of the stuff people talk about actually doesn't really matter. Like, there's a few key things, and then the rest, it's like, it's opinion. It's like, Wait, why don't you like olives? Like we were talking about yet.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
what
right.
does it matter?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'd hope. I mean, that's how it used to kind of be. I heard somebody say it's like, yeah, politics is not something you want to think about every day for 4 years until the next election. You want to think about it during election, and then okay, I'm not going to think about it for 4 years.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
want to
but
like let go of it and have a little break from your brain, you know?
we can. I mean, I think that for me, as I've gotten older and more engaged and I'm a business owner, and I do see how policies affect
Oh,
business,
100%.
and so, and being a business leader or team leader or manager of people, and when you lead, you go, oh, leadership matters.
Oh yeah.
How how they lead, especially, I mean, the office of the president of the United States. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like I've always said that's the CEO of the biggest company in the entire world, right? It takes there's a lot of responsibility, and I think it does matter. And I think having a focus on becoming a better leader myself, surrounding myself with other industry leaders, business leaders, team leaders. I kind of am watching. I watch how the leaders that we elect conduct themselves,
Yeah.
and I mean, as important as it is, I mean, we don't have a great selection sometimes, and
Yeah.
which baffles me. I'm like,
How do you think like this next season's going to affect you in construction? And I've thought about how it's going to affect manufacturing because we buy
Yeah.
a fair amount of stuff from overseas.
yeah,
So tariffs is a thing we're thinking about. Now that I'm in logistics, it's a much more like pressing thing. Whereas like I think I can't remember. I think maybe it was during COVID or maybe before. I just remember you being like, "Why aren't you interested in some of these things that do affect
yeah,
like your business?" And I just think, it's not going to affect me. I didn't have an idea, but now that I'm ordering stuff and I'm in it,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is really important. I've been charged to find materials that aren't from China. How do you go and do that? And all of us are in some degree going to figure out like pretty quick, like, oh, all the cardboard and all the aluminum and all the stuff that houses all the stuff,
all
we
the
buy.
plastic, all
Yeah,
the,
all of our prescription, like it all comes from. How are we going to do this? You know?
I mean, yeah, I have no idea.
Milk costs $18 because the can that it comes in is.
It's nuts. I forget. Was it Ramsey? Dave Ramsey
Yeah.
he says, "What happens in your house is more important than what happens in the
Yeah.
White House." So
And he's also said I made a lot of money and lost a lot of money under each president.
totally.
you gotta
So I
adapt
feel
and
that
figure it
way.
out.
I mean, look, during COVID, I felt like the California environment for small business was like a posture of we don't want you.
Yeah, sure.
And sometimes it still feels like that, but you're going to face obstacles. And if you just tuck your tail, take your ball and go home
Yeah.
every time you hit something hard, you're like, well, maybe you weren't cut out for this anyways.
Yeah.
So I believe in, kind of reinventing yourself, or, I hated the word pivot during COVID, but I mean, it really is about, it was such
You know, the word I
unprecedented.
hated was unprecedented.
Oh yeah.
That was the word I didn't
Oh
like.
my gosh.
It's like at some point it's no longer makes any sense if you use it every sentence.
I don't know if it ever was unprecedented. Actually, there was several precedents set. But
Pivot though, that's a good one. Pivot.
yeah, oh
I'm
man.
gonna pivot.
But the reality is, if you look at a challenge, if like in business, if I hit an obstacle, I can sit there and I can blame that obstacle. I can be
Sure.
like, oh, look at that thing. Or I can look internally and I go, okay, what, I guess, led to us hitting this obstacle? Why didn't we see it? Why, if you're driving a car and there's a brick wall in front of you and you hit it, do you get pissed at the brick wall, or are you like, oh my gosh, why didn't I turn? All right.
I mean, if somebody put it there right before I was about to drive through the
Totally.
road, yeah, I'll be pissed. But I get what you're saying. It's a little bit of like a victim mindset
Right.
versus a empowered.
That's more where I go, is like every time I've had my ass handed to me in business, it's actually made me better.
Yeah.
And I find that with our team. I mean, yeah, there's pain, and sometimes it's not better overnight. Sometimes it's better over 2 or 3 years. But I look back and I go, oh man, that obstacle, that challenge is what forced us to innovate.
Yes.
And I love that.
Yes.